It's hazy in here. Hazy in here.
Yeah.
All set? Okay. Hi, good evening, and welcome to our June Village Board meeting. If you could please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us. Appreciate that. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thanks. There are agendas available in the back if you didn't get a chance to get one. Altamont Fire Department, under staff reports, do you have anything else to? Not tonight, nothing other than what's submitted, okay. Police Department, I don't think there's anything exciting to report right now, which is a good thing. That's a good problem to have. Public Works, I know Jeff has something
Jeff
for
always
us.
does.
I know, right?
On the 15th, we're scheduled to pave Park, Euclid, and Thatcher. I think that's next Thursday. Next week, starting next week, we're going to be milling all the blacktop driveways on those three streets. It's probably notices will go out Monday. The guys have been working already the past couple of weeks, raising any catch basins up on Park.
saw
There's a
that.
couple ones that jar your teeth when you drive over, so they raised all them up. Tomorrow they'll probably be paving all the spots. This month Larry's gonna be starting his lead and copper inspections, so there'll be notices going out for that. He's probably gonna start up street, up on the hill and work his way down through the village.
Okay.
Last week, we had main break on Western. We thought it was a service leak. We had a contractor come in because we didn't, if it's a service, the village doesn't pay for it. So we had the homeowner got together with us. They had a contractor come to find out it wasn't the service, there was a crack right on top of it.
Oh,
So they helped us, we helped them, and got that fixed. And then that same day, we found a big leak at the end of Maple Avenue Extension onto the Boson Kill. That's been leaking a long time, and finally just really leaked bad, and we found it. Monday, we had a lot of problems with, started with Gun Club Well. We couldn't get the pump to run there. So we haven't ran Brandel all winter long. So we switched to Brandel, went to start that up, and we had power problems there. We had to run on generator for 2 days. Come to find out, they had a major problem at the substation, and they had a voltage spike.
sure.
And for some reason, it didn't affect our wastewater plant, but with the two well sites, it affected the controls. So we got that straightened out today. So we're back on course there. We've been working in the park. We're due for a pool inspection, I think, Wednesday next
Right.
week.
I heard that.
So that should be set to open on schedule for Saturday.
Can I ask a question since you're full of all this good news? Did the playground equipment come in?
Yesterday,
Oh, well, that's a lot later than they said they were coming.
yep,
Okay.
yep, it's on
So
the,
it did come here
yeah,
yesterday.
it's on the ground at the wastewater plant.
Okay, so maybe before camp, we might have time, I hope to, maybe we can go over there sometime together and look at the spacing and spots and.
Yeah, once we get through this
So,
paving
yeah,
project.
absolutely,
You
yeah.
know, another thing too, they started up on the sidewalk on Fairview today.
That was my next question, yeah.
No equipment, a bunch of guys are up there. So I talked to Brad Grant today, and they're gonna be going at it tomorrow, so.
Okay, good.
Yeah, looks good.
They were
Good.
supposed to put notices out, I don't know if they did or not, but that was part of the
I saw the
agreement.
email that said they were doing that, so I
Yeah.
hope they followed through.
Yeah, I checked with Brad again, he said they were supposed to this week, so.
Right, okay. Anybody have questions for Jeff,
No.
other than that?
No.
All right, glad everything's back online, working well. All right, I don't have any wood to knock on, but thank you, appreciate it. We've had a chance to look at the treasurer abstracts. Could I have a motion to accept the treasurer abstract for this month?
So moved.
John, And second,
I'll second.
Tressa, there's going to be a lot of that tonight, by the way.
I see that.
And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Scally?
In favor?
Mayor Denine?
In favor. I'm going to do a public service announcement. No one's here from ACT, but just because I know they have a Strawberry Social coming up on June 20th, which is soon. It's at 6 p.m. in Orsini Park, and it's for the whole community, so if you have a chance to come out for that, that would be great. It's always a great event. And I would say we do meet in July, so it'll be just afterwards. We are starting the third annual food trucks. Food truck evenings will start July 10th as well. So it's in the newsletter. The newsletter is online. It will soon be mailed out to people's homes. But there's a lot more information in there as well as about zoning and things like that. So just my little public service announcement. Okay, so public comment, if you have anything to share with the board, you're welcome to come up and share your thoughts. And, oh, come on up.
Good evening, my name is Dave Cowan. I'm here to ask the village board this evening to contemplate sidewalk extension on Lincoln Avenue. Where the bridge ends, the sidewalk ends about 20 feet away from Western Avenue.
Okay.
And I just think it would be a good safety thing to finish that sidewalk. And then,
Just the edges, or do you mean just that corner of it?
Yeah,
Because
there's-
there's no sidewalk on that side anywhere on
right, just
that
the
road.
one side, the
Okay.
Reformed Church side. There's a sidewalk
Right.
from Main up
Sure.
to the bridge, and when the bridge ends, there's no more sidewalk.
Okay, I see what you're
I
saying.
think it's only like 20 feet. And then I believe that the state is responsible for putting crosswalks in, and that, I think, would be a good thing for, again, for safety, so that there's a crosswalk there in the village that people could use.
Okay.
And it wouldn't be a huge expense.
Yeah,
I don't believe-
we can probably budget for that for our next linkage of sidewalks for next season. We
And
can
I
probably
know-
look at that, Jeff
Yeah, I
can
know
look at
Jeff
that.
and DPW did the park last year.
They
and They
did.
did a good job on it.
Yeah, they
so
do a great job.
Yeah, it was really
Think
really
about
nice.
that, and thank you.
Okay, sure, good idea.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Jeff, I'm putting that on you, remember that. When we do the budget workshops next year. Does anybody else want to come up and share anything?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, my name is Kathy Glass. I live at 100 Bosenkill Road. And in a recent email to Mayor Denine, I expressed interest in keeping a small flock of chickens in my yard for the purpose of providing fresh eggs for my family. I know in recent years this has come before your board. I know for various reasons the ordinance didn't pass. There are communities around us, the town of Guilderland, the village of Voorheesville, the city of Albany, the village of Colony, and most recently, the town of Rotterdam have all passed ordinances allowing this for the residents. I'd like to request that the board reconsider this issue and maybe put it on their agenda for your next meeting. I know there were reasons, there were concerns that were brought up. I've done extensive research on how to raise these birds safely for the community and for the poultry. And I'd be happy to share all of that with you. I actually brought copies of all of the ordinances and the permit applications for all of these communities. And they've made it work, and I'm hoping we can.
Okay.
Okay?
I will tell you something, I know I had emailed you back, and I will say that the group that, Deb Hex did a lot of the work from the planning board at that time, and you were on the group as
I
well,
was
the
too,
zoning, we
yes.
had like a zoning type group, a work group.
Yes.
They did pull, the draft that we were entertaining or looking at was taking Guilderland's, Voorheesville's, and others.
Yes, that's true.
They had grabbed them all, and kind of based it off of those. And then when we had, because we were willing to hear it, and we did, a couple times, and then there was no support at all at those meetings in favor of. So it kind of just, it brought us to
Kind of
where
took me
we're
by
at.
surprise, to be honest.
We were surprised as well, but there was,
Yeah.
there just was none. So it was,
Okay.
and the concerns are there, and that'll come up and that'll be part of the discussion, but what we'll do, and I think if it's okay with you two, in July, we can put it We could put it on the agenda as a discussion if they want to set something for down the road. It wouldn't be
Yep.
till the fall, September, I think I told you with our timing of our meetings.
Yep.
Because we have to then set a public hearing, have a public hearing, et cetera.
Yep.
But we could just put it on the agenda as something to discuss amongst ourselves.
Sure. Okay,
And,
yeah.
you know, with people here, and,
If-
you know,
And
Yeah.
if you'd like to discuss anything with me,
Sure.
just today, I was on the phone with the field veterinarian for the New York State Ag and Markets. I read through all of the previous minutes from both the zoning board and the village board meetings. I saw the concerns of the residents. Things like vaccinations.
Yeah.
I talked to this veterinarian today, all about that, in depth, and about testing for poultry, and about poultry that are kept in backyards versus the poultry that go to fairs and cross state lines.
Sure.
There's a number of different regulations that apply to people who just want a flock of 6 birds in their yard.
Sure.
Compared to somebody who wants to keep 50 birds to sell eggs.
right.
I'm happy to share that.
Okay.
I've done my own research as well.
Yeah.
Things like vermin and attracting predators. I really believe there is a way to do this safely for the residents and the poultry and to make it work.
Okay.
And I'd really like your consideration. And again, I'm happy to share my
Yeah,
knowledge,
I can reach out to
too.
you. Obviously, we live close together.
Yeah, obviously,
We're backyards
obviously.
almost touch.
You
But
know,
I can
it's-
reach out to you before, our meeting in July is not till the middle of the month.
Okay,
So we actually have some time.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I'll reach out to you as soon as school winds down a little bit, and we can just to,
I'm there.
I'll go over the draft with the board.
We can
Yeah.
And because we have to have something, and I think we always said we were gonna use that, because we put a lot of time.
Use it as a basis,
Use it as a basis for anything that would be considered.
No, that would be
Yeah.
great.
So,
I
okay.
would love that.
Okay.
And just one thing I did want to note, in looking through all of the ordinances from all these different communities, some of them allow 5 chickens, some of them allow 6.
Right.
I think it was 6 for ours, wasn't it?
I thought so.
believe
It's
So
been a while.
just as a, I'm sure you guys know this, but just in case you didn't, because I was really surprised when I saw some villages allowed 5 chickens. In New York State, there's a minimum that Agway or Tractor Supply are allowed to sell, and the minimum is 6.
Oh, okay.
So, if you could consider 6 as your minimum, that would
Yeah,
be great.
okay.
It's good
Because,
to know.
Yeah, I have to look I haven't looked at it since last time, so I'll
Okay.
have to look I feel like John's right. I feel
Yeah.
like it was 6, but
There's no
we'll
roosters.
double check.
yeah, that's just a
That's
New
a
York,
good point.
it's a
No,
New York State law.
sure.
You can't go in and buy 5 chickens. You have to have 6, so.
It's good to
It's an
know.
interesting requirement, but that's,
I looked into that, again, I researched it, and
Sure.
it's for the purpose of preventing people from going in and buying a single chick and
Makes
sticking
sense.
it in an Easter, basket for their child, who is then not going to take care of it
Sure.
and have a
Yes.
problem.
Okay.
So they put a limit of 6.
All right.
So, Okay.
thanks for coming, I
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
it. Yep.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that wants to step up? Okay, I'm not seeing any more movement from our group, so I'm going to move on to the agenda, under item number 1. And if Nick were here, I'd make him read all of this, but I will do it for him
You wanna
tonight.
read it?
Consider approval to hire the following individuals for Bozenkill Park Summer Recreation Program: Alexa Johnson, Altamont, Camp Counselor Lifeguard at $18.50 an hour; Caleb Rockhill, Knox, Camp Counselor Lifeguard at $17.50 per hour; Thaddeus Rockhill, Knox, Camp Counselor Lifeguard at $16 per hour; Kimberly Reek, Altamont, Camp Counselor at $15 per hour; Natalie Way, Altamont, Lifeguard at $16.50 per hour; Justin Kapunski, Altamont, Lifeguard at $16.50 per hour; Ryan Stouffer, Altamont, Lifeguard at $16.50 per hour; Addison Dover, Guilderland, Lifeguard at $15.50 per hour, per recommendation of Jamie Rubin, Bozenkill Park Director. Could I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Tressa, and second?
So, second it.
John?
I was gonna say so moved.
And roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor.
Trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. And we are very lucky to have all our lifeguards, and a lot of them
Yes.
are returning, so that's super
great.
as well. It's really great. Number 2 item is consider approval to hire Vicky Bastian, Duanesburg, water aerobics instructor for Bozenkill Park at a flat rate of $450 from June 20th through August 10th, per recommendation of Jamie Rubin, Bozenkill Park Director. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
John? And second?
So I'll second.
Tressa?
We're flustered. Too many people here.
Yeah.
Roll call, please.
Trustee Matulowicz,
In favor.
Trustee Scally,
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 3 is consider approval to hire Connor Peterson, Gilderlin, and Emma Sear Knox as part-time seasonal laborers for Department of Public Works at a rate of $16 per hour from June 6th through September 29th, per recommendation of Jeffrey Moeller, Superintendent of Public Works. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Tressa, and second
I'll second it.
is John. Roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 4 is consider approval of amendment of village fee schedule to the code of the Village of Altamont per Gary Goss, Building Inspector. Can I have a
So
motion?
moved.
John says he's motioning, and Tressa, will you be second?
I'll second.
Second. And roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 5 is consider resolution authorizing Mayor Denine to hire Barton and LaJudas Engineering for sanitary sewer collection system evaluation for the Village of Altamont. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Tressa, and second,
Second.
John, and roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Item 6 is consider resolution authorizing Mayor Denine to sign an agreement with Barton and LaJudas Engineering to execute a New York State Engineering Planning Grant 120889 for up to $50,000 in funding to perform an inflow and infiltration study on the village's sanitary sewer system. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
John, and second,
I'll second.
Tressa, and roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. I'm just gonna, just for the audience and those at home, just give you a little idea about the items 5 and 6 that we just approved. We were given a planning grant to study our I&I issues with our system, and we got it for $50,000. So this is not a budget impact. This is something that we have received the money, or we will be receiving the money for. So we're having, we put out an RFQ, and Barton LaJudas was the only firm who sent in materials to represent us and do this work. So it was after our recruitment, and so this is just the, to execute and have them execute this planning grant for us and do the work and work with Jeff Moeller on this process. So there's no budget impact at all. Item 7 is, or did I jump? No, consider authorizing Mayor Denine to sign proposal for engineering services not to exceed $4,200 with Barton and LaJudas Engineering for a wastewater treatment plant UV improvements, WQIP application. This is another grant. We have been trying to get funding for a UV system for the wastewater treatment plant for about 1.5 years now. We haven't been successful. I had the opportunity to sit through this at the conference, and they're actually making it a priority, this wastewater treatment plant project, for many municipalities. So we're applying, hoping they'll pick us. Other people are applying for the same as well. So this is for Barton LaJudas to put in that grant for us. And the reports that have to go with it and things like that. So that will also not a budget impact. That project is listed, I had listed it as part of our COVID money projects. We have 2 projects, the wells on Brandel and the wastewater treatment plant, and one other thing in the park. And that money will come from that pool of money. So it's not our engineering, but money, so. Okay, so can I have do we have a motion? Did I do that one? Yes. Sorry. No, did I do that one?
No.
No. Motion, please, for all that explanation.
Tressa did the last one, so moved.
John, I don't know.
Who is it?
John is gonna be first.
Yeah.
Tressa, will you be second?
I'll be second.
Because I think I lost
I
track.
think we have an alternating.
I know, I'm sorry. Roll call, please.
Trustee Mitchellwitz?
In favor.
Trustee Scally?
In favor.
Mayor Denine.
In favor. Okay. Item 8 is consider approval of board minutes for May 2nd and May 16th. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Tressa, second.
I second.
John, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Nobody, okay. So before I go to item number 9, is there anything that you guys have that you wanted to, no, nothing else?
No?
No.
Okay. Okay, so item number 9, consider a motion to adjourn. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
John, and second.
I'll second.
Tressa, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No one? And that carries. So that was a short but sweet meeting tonight. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it. Our meeting in July is